Right? Do you think Kawaki right now could defeat Prime Kaguya?
Mm, I don't know, because Kaguya can definitely unless Kawaki learns how to fly, bro. I don't know. He might be done for. Because Kaguya can just summon to another dimension or that acid dimension or that lava dimension and just leave him there. But he could use the karma to get back, of course. But if he don't know how to fly, or if he needs to think quick, like summon one of those cubes to stand on, possibly, I don't know, bro. Because
But they
Kaguya
say all Otsutskis learn how to fly. Like
eventually, but
2 chapters ago, he Amado said that. So he said, "Don't be surprised when Boruto and Kawaki start zipping around." So I mean, if we talking, what are we talking about right now? Or are you talking about like time scale?
nah, I'm
I'm talking
talking
about
about
right now.
in right now.
Oh,
Like
right now.
if you just drop him in front of Kaguya, bro, I think Kaguya gonna do him dirty. I think it's Kaguya's because if she caught the one up on Ishiki, bro, and Kawaki's just now getting used to Ishiki's power, he's done for, bro. He's not even going. He's not he doesn't know how to use Ishiki's power to the max like Ishiki does, But for him to run into the same person that one up Ishiki, I don't know, bro. Because I mean, if it wasn't for Kakashi coming up with that idea in order for them to actually seal her away, they'd have been done for. Because I mean, Kaya could have really been killed them. I think she was toying with them the whole time. If I'm not mistaken, I think she was really toying with them to
Yeah,
actually get their chakra.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So was Ishiki though.
Yeah, she put them in a whole genjutsu, man. She could have killed them instantly right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. This is a difficult one. I haven't necessarily watched Kaguya in a minute to actually know specifically what she could possibly do. But it's difficult. Do we think that Kaguya was stronger than Jigen? Because I think that Kawaki's damn near Jigen level right now, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Now, if you say Daemon, I don't know, bro. Kaguya might get slapped around. She might get slapped around.
I think she gets slapped around by Damon, especially with his abilities. Like if he could actually use the reflection ability.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. She's throwing those little ash bone little rods. Oh yeah, it's a dub, bro. She's done for.
Who do you where do you have Kaguya at her prime though?
What's her prime? Do you think that she was at her prime in the war arc?
I would probably say against Hagoromo and Hamura.
Sure,
against both of them.
Fruit,
where they
so.
I think they fought for 2 months, right? Then they fight for a few months or something like that.
But at that time, she ate the chakra fruit, so she still had that in her. So when she fought Naruto and Sasuke, she was at her apex, even though she was sealed away. That's what I would take.
Yes, I would think I would put Kaguya probably right under Ishiki and Momoshiki. She's that top 3. I don't know. I would probably put Kenshiki, but I ain't seen nothing out of Kenshiki but fighting Sasuke a little bit and getting his attack stopped by Shikamaru. You know what I'm saying? It's all I've seen from him.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you guys think 6-path Sage Mode Naruto in the Boruto era is stronger than Prime Kaguya?
Nah, I don't know, bro. I mean, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I see a lot of people
I'll say, yeah.
I see a lot of people talking about, Shippuden and this is what I gotta say. It's yo, listen, you can't throw Naruto into this era right here. When Naruto had Kurama when he first started, you can't put him against Boruto and Kawaki. Or Daemon. You can't do that. I don't care if he has Kurama power, because if he would have used that Baryon mode sooner, you get what I'm saying? When they fork, I see a lot of people ask that question, why didn't he use it versus Kaguya? But it's a life or death type of thing. It's Kurama was basically giving his chakra. But if you were to put Naruto now into back then into this, no, Naruto would get stomped out. And I hate to see it, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Daemon, you got, Boruto can absorb chakra, Kawaki can absorb chakra, is like, Naruto, all his attacks is Rasengan, bro. His Shadow Clone, bro. You feel me? Like different Rasengans, bro. He has
He
hella
could do
Rasengans.
he could do damage with that, but
He can do damage, but it's getting absorbed.
yeah, but in my personal opinion, like what I see where Melo going here, because in my opinion, I was kind of like doing the thing. I think adult Sasuke and adult Naruto probably beat Kaguya, but we were kind of debating like a long time ago. Could hypothetically Sasuke and Naruto at their primes could they beat Kawaki now? And after Kawaki got like another triangle, it kind of feels like a bunch of other arguments, like the Superman versus Goku argument, where it's like Goku keeps getting stronger, but it's still a debate. Like Kawaki's still getting stronger, but this is still a debate. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna just say this: Sasuke, like teenage, like when Sasuke fought Naruto, and yeah, bro, that Sasuke right there was different. That Sasuke would kill Kawaki like the first chance he gets an opening. You get what I'm saying? But like, cause Sasuke had more chakra at that point, so he had all the Biju. And we talking about Sasuke that had like all the Biju under control and using their chakra. Nah, bro. I'm sorry, Kawaki's getting stomped out because that's when Sasuke knew it. Like he knew for a fact he knew what to do with that Renegon.
Nah, to be honest, I think adult Sasuke prime Sasuke. Huh?
I mean, adult Sasuke is cool and all, but without that arm, bro, I don't know, bro. It's just he lost that badassness, like that,
No, I see what you mean.
Yeah, like
the way Sasuke is portrayed is a bit different. I think the only thing is Sasuke got faster, stronger, but also gained a lot more abilities with his Renegon. Essentially, got a lot more, got used to a lot more. I get the idea that his chakra might have been depleted, especially at that point, because he had damn near all the Biju. But like, I'm not even sure if like a Biju at this stage is like insane. Like, I'm not sure.
It's not. It's really like it's really what you make it. It's like
So, like,
really what you make it at this point.
What
what
I
does
think
Yeah,
is
but
like
like,
people just like say that because the fight was more flashy, like with the Indra Ash arrow and all that. So like people always say that Sasuke was stronger. But yeah, the Biju, I don't think they hold any like relevance in the story going forward.
Yeah, unless it's the Ten Tails, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
yeah, I wouldn't say any, but chakra wise, yeah. If Sasuke had if Sasuke had one of the Bijus during the time slip arc, that would have been helpful because he'd had a bunch of chakra. But in regards to like how strong like
depending on
Sasuke
which
would
one.
possibly be with them versus without them, in regards to the 16-year-old, 17-year-old Sasuke and now adult Sasuke without him, I don't know. I think the 16 years of training did Sasuke well. I don't think that we'd ever really specifically know until like they actually tell us like, hey, I got this stronger or this much stronger, or I gotten that much stronger because now he's not that
So,
strong. So I don't
And
know.
so let me ask y'all a
question.
question.
Oh,
See,
hold up.
no,
Hold on.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
One quick question. Sorry about that.
No, it's
So,
okay.
what do y'all think would have happened if Sasuke would have kept all of the Biju like as their Jinchuriki and Naruto would have just kept Kurama at the end?
Like and everything was copacetic. Sasuke would have been
Everything was
Yeah.
cool. Everything was cool. Like in Boruto, like how their
uh,
relationship is now. How do y'all think that would have worked out?
yeah, that's the difference too, because now Sasuke has 16 years to train with the Biju to build a whole bunch of kind of different type of jutsus, have a whole bunch of Kekkei Genkais, and
With the Renegon.
With the running
yeah,
Lord Jesus.
yeah. Now we're talking about something different. Now we're cooking with different kind of grease. So I'm not sure.
He said we cooking
See,
with a different
that's
kind
kind
of
of
grease.
that's kind of like what I was like low key, like real talk. That's kind of like what I was about to ask because it's like
Oh, okay.
Sasuke
Cool.
at that point is like what would that like because Jigen he took a long time, of course, to do his plans, but if Sasuke would have actually went through with his plans and killed Naruto and had all the Biju under control, including the Nine Tails and everything else, how would he would have fared out against Jigen? You get what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
get where I'm going, right?
I think
Because
he'd have
Jigen
got
would have
clapped.
sensed, Jigen would have sensed everything. Like this is why I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
a motto is like literally light years ahead of everybody as far as like intelligence in the Naruto verse. And Jigen seen like, come on, bro, you just sitting at home and you watching like
Totally,
Kaguya
bro.
about to blow up the world.
Totally, bro.
You like, You like, I ain't gonna go outside today. Like, I'm all right,
Hey, facts.
like I'm not going outside today,
Because he
but
was
he see
alive during that time. So yes, that's facts.
exactly. And Sasuke, if you ask me, what if Jigen would have took Sasuke as that vessel? That would have been crazy. Like
Mm.
Sasuke as a vessel to Jigen, because Jigen would have definitely like beat Sasuke's. I mean, I don't know about
Well, they
teenage
was
Sasuke with the
wondering if
Biju.
Momoshiki was like Sasuke's or Naruto vessel. So
You right. You right.
Yeah,
They did ask that.
yeah. It seemed like it seemed like they was gonna be scared if it was Sasuke. That
mm-hmm.
was the
Yeah,
vessel.
because they was like, oh nah, bro. We good on that.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is so what does Naruto and the Boruto era have in terms of power?
Sage Mode, bro. It's about
Right now
I
or
mean,
Wait, so
pre
yeah,
pre nerf?
so he has Sage Mode. What else?
Oh, pre nerf or post nerf? How's it going?
Oh, just like six
he,
past Sage Mode, like in like just the I don't know the one that fought Jigen.
does he still even have like he doesn't have no more six pass power, does he?
Yeah, I think he does. I think he has six past Sage Mode. He just doesn't have Senjutsu.
Oh, okay.
Kawaki, he kind of informed me on that one. But
Okay, so
yeah,
Toad Sage Mode, six past Ninjutsu. What
no,
else?
I don't think he has
Uh,
six past Senjutsu.
I'll be
Oh
pulling
yeah,
up
it's
to
six past Sage
Orochimaru.
Mode.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, let me hook me up with something, bro. I'll be
So
pulling up to somebody.
is that all he has? Toad Sage Mode and six past Sage Mode.
In regards to the
Yep.
power ups, I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty much it. But also the
Yeah.
Rasengan, he has the five chakra natures, a bunch of ninjutsus.
yeah.
Like
He
in
has the
regards,
summoning
in,
toads and everything.
yeah, in regards to
So
what Naruto can actually do, he's broken. Like he could essentially do a bunch of things, but what is he gonna do? What is he gonna practically do? Rasengan, shadow clones,
well, just
Taijutsu high level.
stick with me. 'Cause I'm going somewhere here. So
Mm.
okay, so let's say he has like a full nine tails. Cool. He has six past Sage Mode, Uzumaki Chakra, Toad Sage Mode. Am I missing anything?
Hey,
Four. Yeah. Okay. And then of course his
They're
various different
grown.
techniques and whatnot, right?
yeah.
Okay. So Hagoromo had Toad Sage Mode. Um Hagoromo had 100% of his power, not half. Hagoromo Kaguya had the whole 10 tails, not just one nine tails. And Uzumaki Chakra, they're just descendants of the Otsutsuki, so his chakra and base just pales in comparison to hers, right? So everything that Naruto has to work with, Kaguya fought. I mean, Hagoromo just has and then some, and then Kaguya fought a full power Hagoromo, um, and then also a full power Hamura for months. And then she wasn't even at her prime because her chakra got siphoned off to them.
You're right during the fight, right?
Well, during childbirth.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
But
So
Hagoromo himself is just like, bro, you can't put if you put Hagoromo against a guy like Jigen or something like that, or possibly like Ishiki, that would be like, I don't know, man. That'd be
yeah.
a dope fight to see, bro.
So
Because
real quick,
Hagoromo, he catches on too quick.
yeah. So then you can say, okay, well, Naruto got stronger over time, but you don't know what he did. You don't know how that manifested, but you can just say it's a plus because you can't really quantify. Okay, cool. We can't really work with it, but we can just say it's a plus. We don't really know what that does in the battle. All right, cool. So even a Kaguya outside of her prime, because the one that fought Hagoromo and Hamura isn't her prime because they had her chakra. She wanted to get to her prime to fight Momo and them, right? That was the whole point of that exchange. Um, so she literally has fought better than what Naruto has right now. In well, not right now, but in the Boruto era. Um, and she had more at her disposal as well, right? So I'm trying to figure out like how six past Sage Mode Naruto in the Boruto era like fights and beats Kaguya
Well,
specifically.
we always kind of had this disagreement back when I was a lot more well versed on the Naruto lore, but Naruto doesn't really. It's not necessarily like a copy and paste of the power of the Sage of Six Paths. Naruto always made the power better, and again, like say we could like do the time skip example. Naruto post time skip is a lot better than pre time skip, even though you could arguably make the point that he he lost a lot of a lot of the senjutsu, or he lost the senjutsu. He still made it better just because he's Naruto. So like Naruto, even before he got the Sage Six Pass, he was still insanely strong. Like he was still extremely strong. And once he did gain the Sage Six Pass chakra
Mhm.
and the senjutsu, it just amplified it. So it wouldn't necessarily be the same power of like Hagoromo. I think like he's just
Yeah.
better. I wouldn't necessarily make that
So
comparison
And
so
fully.
how do you like quantify that though? Like better
There's no way to
how?
I don't necessarily think
So
there's a specific way to quantify it.
yeah,
hey,
that's why I
Mello,
mentioned like we can just call it a plus, right?
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
Mello, I'll give you a simple answer. Sexy YouTube. Folds her every time.
Well, not
Yo,
really,
I do want
because
to see what Naruto's sexy jutsu look like nowadays, bro. I ain't gonna.
bro, it's gonna
He
look like
got it. He
Hinata,
probably got
bro.
it refined, bro. Come on.
It's gonna look like Hinata, bro. We all know this, bro.
Uh,
His his
Nah,
his
he'll
his,
do it
his
with
eye.
dudes. Kage only mess with dudes, so he'll do it with dudes. So
Uh,
but
but
Naruto's
but
sexy
yeah,
jutsu
no,
probably look
but
like
you
Ice
can
Spice.
but you Jesus Christ. No, that's your sexy jutsu, sir. Okay, stop trying to put that on Naruto. That's what you into, sir. That's what you're into. Naruto's he has a loving wife, okay? His version of sexy is Hinata for sure. 100%, right? 100%. But like you kind of get like where I'm going with this, right? Like you can say, okay,
yeah,
well, Naruto in the Boruto era. I mean, even if you want to give him like, I don't know, all of Hagoromo's power, I don't know how you get there. But even if you want to give him that, there's still a whole ass Hamura to take into consideration with six pass Senjutsu himself. So I don't know. So she has a better tail beast at her disposal. She's nerfed because her chakra was siphoned off by her kids. Um, Naruto has one half of Hagoromo's chakra. I don't know. We highball Naruto and say like some training that we can't quantify got him to all of Hagoromo. Okay, cool. Hagoromo also has his Toad Sage mode, but he doesn't really use that with Six Pass. Um, I don't know. I just don't know how he even. I, I don't know.
well,
Like
Kaguya
it's weird.
wouldn't have her chakra either from her kids, so Naruto still have that. So with him
Yeah,
getting
but that's what I
stronger
mean
over
by
the
prime.
years, and so
Yeah,
oh
that's what I mean by prime.
oh,
Yeah,
got you.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
I was just saying, like prime Kaguya, I would say it would be war art, but I hear what you're saying. But we did get another donation, so I just want to get onto that. It was like 7 minutes ago. Um, my boy Rain, and oh, by the way, we do have like 66 people in here. So if you would like to hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. But Rain, he said 19-year-old Sasuke was confident he could take on a threat stronger than Kaguya, even after seeing what she could do.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's the reason why I keep on going back to the point where Naruto could have possibly amplified what Kaguruma gave him. Lore wise, like they're talking about Kaguya like she's him and Wadi like a baby or something like that. Like that's 19-year-old Sasuke. They even talked about a threat stronger than Momoshiki, and we kind of rehashed this. Doesn't necessarily guarantee that they're saying it's weak. It could possibly just be bravery, but the way they're talking is just like they don't care about a threat even stronger than Kaguya. And from what we've seen, like the way they handled base Momoshiki and base Kinshiki, it looked like that power didn't really mean anything to them.
But that point's irrelevant though, because again, Prime Kaguya, who wants to fight off against Momoshiki, Kinshiki, and Urshiki at the time, Prime Kaguya will look something like who she was versus Hagoromo plus Hagoromo's power plus Hamura's power, right? So like that's what she was trying to get to at her apex. Now, even if you want to like say the war arc, she still didn't have Naruto's chakra and Hagoromo, Sasuke's chakra. Like she didn't have all her chakra back. And at the time, like Hagoromo wasn't going around spreading chakra around the world, so all of it was like condensed in like a select few people, pretty much just her and them, right? So Sasuke and then Sasuke felt confident that they can beat Ishiki, right? But that wouldn't have happened the way he planned it if certain things didn't happen outside of his control. You can feel confident about as many things as you want. That doesn't mean it's going to bear out in reality. But
Yeah, true. Delta did feel confident against Naruto, but
exactly.
Yeah, I kind of get your point, but in my mind, I kind of look at Prime Kage. The way that you're explaining is like kind of like Prime Itachi. Like, yeah, we know we know of him, but like we can't really quantify how strong that person was. And similar to like Kage, we understand that Kage had some sort of form that she had like all of her chakra, but we never really seen that form in action. And
Yeah,
it's
but it's
specifically
easy
with
though,
the
right? It's pretty simple, right? Like
how.
it's the one to one thing. Like, um, you have Naruto, and he has one half of Hagoromo's chakra. You have Sasuke, he has the other half, right?
But it's not just Hagoromo's chakra. That's the thing. Like
Well,
Naruto was
wait, hold on.
elite even before that.
Well, I know. But so Naruto, so do the nine tails thing. Okay, she has a 10 tails. Better. Okay, cool. You can say you got stronger. You can't quantify it's a plus, but the plus doesn't get you anywhere, so you can't really work with it. Okay, cool. Tail beast,
Mm.
she got that scratched. Okay. Six pass power. He has one half of Hagoromo. Well, you can say, okay, well, he trained over time, but the same problem with the nine Kurama getting stronger over time. You can say it's a plus because you can't quantify it, but you can't work with the plus, so that's scratched. She fought a Hagoromo with all of his power, not just half, plus a Hamura. So I don't know how you get Naruto there, but so that's scratch. His six pass power gets X'd. Okay, then you're like, okay, Toad Sage Mode. Hagoromo had Toad Sage Mode, and he had Otsutsuki Chakra, which makes his base amplifier, which is what Toad Sage Mode is, better. So than Naruto's. So his Toad Sage Mode gets X'd, and then you're like, okay, well, what is he left with that at that point? A Rasengan? Uh, no, I don't think that does anything for you, right? And the same thing goes for Sasuke, right? And this is just Hagoromo. This is not even factoring like a whole ass Hamura that you have to account for as well. And then you say, okay, well, he gets barrier mode. Okay, but like Ishiki, his lifespan was linked to chakra, and he kept
Yeah.
using jutsu. And the longer, like the Ishiki that resurrected versus Kashin Koji was his apex. By the time he was fighting Naruto and them in that dimension, he was something less than he was when fighting Kashin Koji, right? Because his chakra was over time he was getting weaker, and then he kept using jutsu, which got him weaker as well. And then Naruto got barrier mode. It wasn't Naruto's hits that were hurting him. It was the fact that he was making contact that was hurting him.
Oh nah,
Now you can say he was
he
faster,
was
but
folding him. You saw that
okay,
soul shot.
wait,
He
but
was
we're talking about the
folding him.
nuance of the fight, not just like what we saw, right? So the context was Naruto was faster than a weaker Ishiki than he was versus Kashin Koji because of the time and the chakra expenditure. So then so that gets him like he's seeing the shit and dodging the stuff, with the rods and whatnot. So that's cool. His punches weren't doing damage after a certain point, right? It was just that he was making contact and siphoning off more lifespan. That was the problem for Ishiki, right? And then even after all that, he managed to outlast Baryon Mode Naruto in his weakened state to the point where he just beats him out of the form.
Mhm.
And then Kurama's basically a non-factor, and he goes on to like fuck off and die, right? So even in Baryon Mode, right? Like you I mean, it's kind of not really all that impressive in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. Kaguya is actually kind of a monster. Like she's kind of a
Exactly. Like, Kage's too OP, bro.
The thing I'm not sure about using Ishiki as like a barometer for Kage. Like for first things first, we don't really know the gap between Ishiki Otsutsuki and Kage Otsutsuki. Like they were even like just
That's
Momoshiki's reaction to both their names, I think kind of tells a lot. Once Momoshiki heard Ishiki, it was like an actual real dilemma. Like he didn't want to come out. Once he heard
like,
Kage,
bro.
like come on, bro. Like his
Like,
first.
yeah, you see, he
yeah.
heard Ishiki talking. He's like, "No, I'm good."
I don't
I
think
get where you come
Momoshiki's a.
from
I don't think
mathematically.
Momoshiki's even a problem for Kaguya. Like on like
I
you
don't
can look at it. You can look
I
at it
don't
like
know about
lore
that.
wise, but I mean it's okay. Like this is what I mean by it's like a one to one thing. Like Naruto had half the nine tails siphoned out of him, right? And he went into six pass Sage mode and was folding for a period of time. Fuse Momoshiki. So the same logical thread that I did for Kaguya over Hagoromo and Hamura, it still applies to even this weakened Naruto with half of Kurama's power gone, right? So you have half of Kurama's power, the 10 tails X is that. You have his six pass power, which is half of Hagoromo plus, but you can't quantify the plus. So she X's that out because she fought all of Hagoromo. And he has Uzumaki chakra, you X that out because she has Otsutsuki pure God chakra. So then it's like, okay, well, if he's contending with Fuse Momoshiki, the power of Momo and Kinshiki, in that weakened state that Naruto was in during that fight, right? If that is the case, then Fuse Momo on paper should get folded by Kaguya. based upon like the things. And even when throwing a Sasuke who has half of Hagoromo's chakra, you can say that's a plus. Okay, cool. You can't quantify the plus. So now you get to a whole Hagoromo with the six pass stuff.
But
The Rinnegan did the shenanigans. And then you have a whole Hamura to contend with. And then that's not even her apex that she wanted to get to because she needed Hagoromo and Hamura's chakra. So if she
but
gets Hagoromo and Hamura's chakra, she's fucking folding Kinshiki. She's folding Momoshiki and Urshiki low diff, bro.
the thing, those aren't really the pluses though. Like
Mm.
you're not adding in the pluses. For example, like hypothetically, if I say like, hey, if Boruto eventually fights against or Boruto fought against Kawaki and then they match, like it was like dead even heat. Like, am I supposed to say now that Momoshiki, because it's full Momoshiki, is now immediately stronger than Kawaki, that version of Kawaki? We can't really say that,
Wait,
right?
sorry. Say that for me one more time.
If Boruto, well, when Boruto fought against Kawaki, and I believe that they're probably going to fight more into the future, especially post time skip, it'll be like a glaring difference. But we can't then say that whoever Boruto beats in the future, it would then lose to Momoshiki because Boruto's powers come from Momoshiki. That wouldn't necessarily, because we can't necessarily quantify the plus. We can't necessarily actually put that in actual power scaling and say that's that. It's not necessarily 1-to-1.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said it, but you're still kind of making the idea, or you're still kind of making the point that Kaguya is like significantly stronger than these guys, or Hagoromo is like a 1-to-1 to Naruto, and you're kind of like putting it down. Hey, if Naruto
No,
loses stage mode and,
I
and
said exactly
Hagoromo
what
loses stage
you
mode,
I said
hmm?
exactly what you just said. I said I can't quantify the plus. I don't
No,
deny that there could be a plus, that he did train over time and got stronger, so that half of Hagoromo's chakra is something more than just half at this point. I guess you can make that argument. I don't have a problem with that, but I can't quantify what that looks like. So I just call it a plus, but I can't use the plus because I can't quantify it. So I don't even factor it in.
I see what you mean. But just my overall point is that I wouldn't necessarily look at like Hagoromo is like a barometer to how strong Naruto is just because they have the same abilities per se. You probably agree with that as well, but like same thing with Boruto Momoshiki. Momoshiki is probably going to be significantly weaker than like a prime Boruto, but you could probably look at that Boruto and say, hey, most of his abilities came from Momoshiki, therefore Momoshiki is probably stronger than Boruto. I wouldn't
But the
necessarily.
thing, so the reason why I'm using Hagoromo is because I need data to work with, right? Like I
Yeah,
need something to like do like bounce my analysis off of. So I have to use Hagoromo because Hagoromo basically gave Naruto everything he has, right? Um, so and I don't even think that was prime Hagoromo. This probably, in fact, it wasn't because he became a Ten Tails Jinchuriki or something of the sort after that. But
yeah. Then
yeah,
got sick. Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah.
was elite. Yeah.
So I have to use something to get to where I need to go to do what I need to do. And then it's not just Hagoromo. Hagoromo is just one half of it, right? There's a whole ass Hamura over there with six pass Senjutsu and shit, right? So there's a lot of power there that you have to account for. And just saying, oh, well, he just got stronger just cause over time doesn't really cut it when you can't quantify how that manifests itself. That's all I'm really saying.
Yeah, I
And
see where you're
and
coming
then
from.
and then Kaguya again, hypothetically speaking, Kaguya beats Hagoromo and Hamura, gets her chakra back. I don't know what Momoshiki and them are doing to her. Like Urshiki, that dude's exed. Kinshiki's ass. He's fighting like Chochiro in the Tsuchikage. He's getting exed. And then like base Momoshiki's trash. I guess if he fused with Kinshiki, he can maybe get to like his fuse version. But half Karamba six pass Sagebo Naruto was contending with him, reacting to him and moving with him. So I'm not even sure what Fuse Momo does against a full power Kaguya at her apex. And then she has a lore where she like folds Ishiki. Okay, well she caught him off guard, but that's a you problem, buddy. Now it doesn't speak to Ishiki's like durability or anything like that. You know, you need more context there, but I do think it speaks to her cunning. So in terms of her intellect, which is kind of funny to say about her, and in terms of her power on paper and her prime apex where she wanted to get to, I'm not sure how you even deal with this chick.
Yeah. I gotta look back. I gotta look back and see or rewatch the series and see specifically how strong Kage was, what she was doing. But I remember I was like heavy on the bandwagon that not only Hagoromo but Kage was kind of overrated. But I can't really defend those points right now because that was like a year ago. But I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I remember we had like a bunch of arguments specifically about Hagoromo too. I gotta get back to that.
Hagoromo's a beast too, bro. Now
Yeah.
Shibai's definitely stronger than everybody in the verse.
Yeah.
But
The,
yeah,
the thing about Shibai, in my personal opinion, it's possible that he has the abilities like of all the Jogan. I mean, of all the dojutsu, we were talking about that with the Jogan specifically. But even if he does have like all those abilities, I think there's probably going to be another or another dojutsu that he could possibly have that like completely embodies what shinjutsus are, what the shinjutsu is. Like for example, the Ada's dojutsu, the Sharingan.
Mm.
Her abilities are specific, like damn, the shinjutsu. Like I basically look at that as like a shinjutsu eye. I think it's possible that what's called Shibai as well could possibly have some of those abilities from his dojutsu or whatever, or the Jogan possibly. He could possibly have some of those things, those abilities that we just never really seen before. I think those right there is probably going to be some of the real abilities that could possibly put him above like all the other characters that we're talking about right now, like some stuff that we just don't even know about yet.